Hi, I'm Brad Hamblin with Cardinal Financial. I've been doing this now for 18 years. And one of the things that this kind of builds off the last video that I did. The last video was about buying an investment property, a multi-unit with 5% down, because that's coming back. And if you can buy an investment property, maybe you're deciding that you want to be an investor. So this is a good video to watch if you decided that you want to be an investor and you've listened to Bigger Pockets podcast and read the book Fire, and you watched or read the book Burr, and you're really into like investing. You want to take your first step. And a lot of people want to know, where's the first step? What should I do first? What should I do? So one of the things that I really recommend is buying your first home and it being a multifamily unit. And that way you can kind of house hack and buy a first unit, put 5% down, buy a multifamily, preferably like a 4-unit. And with that, they've also increased the conforming loan limits to about 625 now. So you can buy a pretty expensive multi-unit that's got 4 units with it, and you can have your first investment property that has a positive cash flow. So with that, once you purchase that property, the next thing you want to do is buy a modest single family. And the reason why I say modest is that you can go buy a single family that's not, you're going to be moving from your multi-unit that you've already lived in and moving to a modest single family, so that you can buy your first kind of starter home and you can live in that for a couple years. And then from there, after you move out of that, you can go buy a bigger home and trail that and let this one be your second investment property. So now you have your multi-unit, a small single family that you lived in for a little while, and now you buy another property. And you're able to obtain these properties with just minimum down payments because they're your primary residence and you plan on living there for at least a year, preferably 2. That way you can establish that these are your primary residence. And then you can lease them out after you leave them. And during the time frame that you're there, you save up the money for your down payment for the next house, and you spend 5% buying the next one. So to give you that, take that same example of buying a modest single family, and now you got a second little bigger single family, and then you can go buy another bigger, a little bit bigger single family. And then with that, you have now 3 single families, and you have a multi-unit too. So you can keep doing that as you move up. The key here is that you have to buy properties that are a little bit bigger and a little bit better in improving your situation. And you need to stay in them as your primary residence for an extended period of time, at least a year, preferably 2. So that's kind of a strategy for you to start buying investment properties with not having any properties right now, and a way for you to move up without having a large down payment, and a good way to get started. Now, by the time you're done with this, you'll have 3 cash flowing properties that cash flow very well. If you have any questions or want to talk about investing, feel free to email me, and I'd love to help you.